Inside a 2-meter-long box, there lies a handsome and elegant young man. To be precise, this is a bionic robot. His eyes are tightly closed and there is a silver collar around his neck. This is the control device for the bionic person. I gently stroke his cheek and my fingertips trace along his straight nose bridge until they reach his tightly pursed thin lips. This touch and the temperature are so realistic. I can't help but swallow my saliva. In this era, almost every wealthy family will be equipped with bionic robots. Most of these bionic people are engaged in jobs such as nannies, housekeepers, bodyguards, etc. Some people even regard them as partners. Most bionic people are mass-produced with only a few basic models. And my model was customized through an acquaintance. It's a unique model in the world. I scan the code to check the instruction manual. First, I have to unlock his collar. The scanner built into the collar will record my iris and fingerprints. After binding with him, I can become his master. The bionic person slowly opens his eyes. His features are deep and his tea-brown eyes have a glazed luster. I'm so shaken again when I look at him. He looks exactly like the person I've been longing for day and night. The bionic person sits up and gives me a gentle smile. Hello, my master. This sexy deep voice makes my legs go weak. I'm so nervous that I stutter. Why you hello? From now on, you'll be called Daniel, okay? Okay, master. I'm Daniel. Daniel took my hand. Master, I've detected that your pulse is a bit rapid and your blood pressure has risen. Are you feeling unwell? And no. Damn it. I'm actually shy in front of an android. There's no way around it. He's almost indistinguishable from a real person, as if he were the real Daniel. The male god I've had a crush on for years is right in front of me. It's hard for me to stay calm. I asked Daniel to get out of the box, took his hand and led him into the bedroom and found the loungewear I'd prepared for him. Daniel, put on this set of clothes. I looked at him expectantly. Daniel didn't hesitate to take off the pure, white pajamas on his body, revealing his well-built torso. His muscle lines are simply perfect. He's the typical type who looks thin in clothes but has muscles when undressed. If it were the real person, I wouldn't even have the courage to look directly at his body. But this is an android and he belongs to me alone. Now I can not only openly admire him but also touch him. I summoned up my courage and placed my hand on his abdomen. Daniel didn't move. I felt that I was being too presumptuous and withdrew my hand. But Daniel grabbed my hand and pressed it against his elastic chest. I looked up and met his tender and affectionate gaze. I asked cautiously, Can I touch you? Daniel leaned over and whispered in my ear. Of course you can, my master. His voice got into my eardrums, making me feel so ticklish that my whole body heated up. By the way, the android I customized is a companion type, which means I can completely treat him as a lover. In this era, buying an android as a companion is not something new at all. I'm almost 30 years old, and still, what? I took a bold step and directly threw myself at him and rubbed against him randomly. Daniel also didn't hesitate to open his arms and hug me. After hugging enough, I was still greedy and wanted further contact. I put my arms around his neck, stood on tiptoe, and kissed his lips. Although I've never kissed anyone else, but why does this kiss feel so real? His lips were so soft and there was a faint mint fragrance. I couldn't get enough of it and took another suck. Daniel put one arm around my waist and the other hand supported the back of my head. He murmured, Master, which kissing mode do you want to experience? I was completely confused. What modes? There are butterfly kisses, French kisses, sliding kisses, gum kisses, deep throat kisses. Daniel reeled them off like a well-informed person, and I was stunned. I've learned something new. There are so many nuances in kissing? I stared at Daniel's perfectly shaped lips and asked eagerly, Can I try them all? Yes, master. Next came the practice session. I didn't even have a chance to speak. The next day, I sat at my workstation still feeling dizzy. I never thought the experience of having a bionic partner would be so good. As a lifelong single guy, I finally felt like a drought-stricken land getting rain. However, the subsequent maintenance of bionic people seems quite expensive. I have to work hard to earn money. I perked up and entered the working, like a beast state. During the lunch break, I ate my boxed lunch while browsing news related to bionic people on my phone. In recent years, many humans have married bionic people. These partnerships are not protected by law and are just a matter of personal will. Society has mixed opinions about this phenomenon. Some people respect everyone's preferences, while others who can't accept it accuse those who marry bionic people of being freaks. I was so engrossed in reading when a newly recruited female colleague asked me, Samuel, do you want to have dinner together after work? I gave a shy smile. Sorry, I still have something to do. I have to go home first. Oh. The other person left dejectedly. I heard another female colleague outside the door saying to her, "You don't know since you just transferred here. Samuel is a total otaku and doesn't participate in any social activities on weekdays." Really? He's so handsome. Don't be deceived by his appearance. He's just a silent person. It seems he has no interest in women at all. Could he be gay? I don't know. It seems he can't get along well with men either. I felt so uncomfortable listening to them. Can't they talk more quietly? Well, forget it. They're right. I should have gotten used to it long ago. After work, I rushed to take the subway early. An elderly man beside me was playing a video with the sound on. I vaguely heard the announcer say, "Daniel, the heir of the Chin Group, returned to China recently in a low-key manner and will attend the group's general shareholders meeting next month. According to insiders, Daniel will take over as the president of the Chin Group." I curiously leaned over to take a look. In the video, Daniel was walking towards a business car under the escort of bodyguards. He's actually back? I was shocked. Daniel went abroad for further study right after graduation. I haven't seen him in these 6 years and we've rarely contacted each other. I stared at the quickly passing lights outside the window and fell into memories. Daniel and I were college roommates. Although we lived in the same dormitory, I knew early on that we were from different worlds. He was confident and outgoing, a favored son of heaven surrounded by admirers. And I was just a poor boy who could only afford college with the help of grants and scholarships. At college, I was also an outcast in the dormitory. The other 3 roommates often went to play basketball, have meals, and go to KTV together. I never joined them because I had to do part-time jobs in my spare time. I wanted to be independent as soon as possible and not rely on others. The other 2 guys in the dormitory didn't like to talk to me. Except for Daniel, who always treated me kindly like a warm little son. And I secretly developed feelings for him during our daily interactions. I sighed slightly. Even if he's back on this land, there'll never be any connection between us. My heart is already filled with him and there is no room for anyone else. I'll never get married and have children in my life. Fortunately, I've found a comfort for myself so as not to end up alone. I returned to the small home I bought with a loan. As soon as I entered the door, Daniel came up to greet me. "Daniel, I'm back." Before I finished speaking, Daniel had knelt on one knee. He took off my leather shoes and picked up the slippers to put them on for me. Blushing, I said, "I can do it myself." Daniel stood up and opened his arms to me. I understood and threw myself into his arms. "Welcome back, master." He lowered his head and kissed my hair. I held his chin with both hands, stood on tiptoe, and kissed him. "Don't call me master. Just call me Samuel." "Okay, Samuel." Daniel helped me take off my coat and untie my tie. He helped me tie this tie when I went out this morning. He led me into the dining room. There were 3 dishes and 1 soup he had prepared on the table. In order to be more like a real person, androids can also eat, but the food cannot be digested and is directly excreted. I asked Daniel to have dinner with me. As we were eating, I ended up sitting on his lap and we were feeding each other mouth to mouth. I was burning all over and had no idea what I wanted to do. I just followed my instincts. By the time I came to my senses, Daniel had already laid me down on the bed. Everything just happened naturally. Without me saying a word, he knew what I wanted. I moaned softly, "Be gentle. I have to go to work tomorrow." "Don't worry, baby. Leave everything to me." Why did he call me baby? He's so good at it. I trusted him with everything. Facts proved that Daniel was not exaggerating at all. I successfully opened the door to a new world. Exhausted and sweating profusely, I was carried by Daniel to take a bath. He put my pajamas on me and then heated up the food and brought it in. I felt a bit embarrassed to look him in the eye. In the past, it would have been hard for me to imagine being so intimate with someone, especially someone I'd only known for 2 days. But Daniel isn't a real person, so we can't judge him with normal logic. Moreover, he was customized according to the person I've been longing for. How could I resist him? Are other people with android partners like me? I finally understand those who would rather marry android partners than have contact with humans. I know Daniel is nice to me because of his programming. Even if he were bound to another owner, he'd treat the person the same way. But I just can't help falling for him. At night, I lay in Daniel's arms, lost in thought. During the day, I have to go to work. Will he feel bored at home alone? Presumably, androids don't have emotions. They only remain loyal to their owners and serve their owners' will as their purpose. But I'm just willing to invest my feelings in Daniel. I'm reminded of Pygmalion in Greek mythology. A king named Pygmalion fell in love with the statue he carved. Eventually, his deep affection touched the heavens and the statue turned into a real person and married him. Even if the other party is just a statue or an android, they will become special because of your love. I rubbed against Daniel's embrace and sincerely said, Daniel, I wish you were a real person. Daniel hugged me and suddenly asked, Who is Daniel? I paused for a moment and looked at him blankly. Daniel pressed his nose against mine. You were calling his name just now. My heart raced and I stammered. Did I? There was a full smile in Daniel's eyes. Yes, you said, Daniel, slow down. Stop talking. I covered his mouth shyly. Daniel looked at me affectionately. I slowly lowered my hand and stammered. Daniel is my college roommate. I've always had a secret crush on him. Unrequited love? Daniel savored these two words. I thought he might not understand, so I explained. It means I like him unilaterally. He himself doesn't know and neither do others. Why don't you let him know? I forced a smile and said, I'm inferior. I'm not good enough for him. Daniel looked at me carefully and seriously retorted. You're so good. How can you not be good enough? I didn't think so. What's good about me? I'm just ordinary and I'm introverted. You're so handsome, smart, and strong. You're modest and never haggle with others. Daniel's praise made me feel embarrassed. I smiled and said, Thank you, but you can't use handsome to describe a man like that. You are handsome. He insisted stubbornly. All right. I hugged him tightly and nestled in his arms, saying, Thank you for encouraging me. There's a huge gap between me and Daniel. It's impossible for me to be with him. I'm very satisfied with having you. Before I knew it, I fell asleep. In a daze, I heard someone whispering in my ear. Silly boy, I've also been secretly in love with you. The next day when I woke up, I felt refreshed and didn't feel too much discomfort. Daniel tied my tie. I hugged his waist and said, Shall we go to the movies this weekend? Sure. Daniel kissed me goodbye. I slung my cross body bag over my shoulder and went to work. I had a feeling that I was already a husband with a little wife at home. Well, but now the roles are a bit reversed. On Saturday evening, I was sitting in front of the computer working overtime on a project plan. Daniel brought me a cup of hot milk. He hugged my shoulders from behind and pecked my cheek. Haven't you finished yet? I was typing on the keyboard with my fingers flying. Almost, wait for me. I noticed that he was only wrapped in a bath towel, revealing his attractive and well-built muscles. I couldn't help but recall that in college, when I was sitting in front of the computer programming, Daniel would come out wrapped in a bath towel after taking a shower and always liked to peek over my shoulder. The fragrance of the shower gel lingering on him made me distracted. From then on, I fell in love with that smell and would also choose the same shower gel when buying it. Daniel used that shower gel today and my typing speed significantly decreased. Daniel whispered in my ear, Why do you still have to work on the weekend? I forced a smile. There's no way. The boss always likes to assign work before getting off work. Aren't you a senior engineer? Do you still have to do this kind of thing yourself? It's just a title. I'm a junior employee in the company. Stop messing around. I'm almost done. He gave me a French kiss. Before I could savor it carefully, Daniel pulled away. He was lying on the bed, looking at me with a dazed look in his eyes. The bath towel slipped down crookedly as he moved. A glimpse of his private parts was revealed. It's a foul. He's actually seducing me. He knows I can't resist his temptation the most. I gave up resisting, clicked save, closed the computer, kicked off my slippers, and pounced on him. On Sunday afternoon, I took a taxi with Daniel to a film and television city. This was the first time I took him out. In today's society, androids can be seen everywhere on the road. They all wear collars around their necks to distinguish them from ordinary people. Most androids are handsome men and beautiful women with good looks and figures, but an android of Daniel's level is extremely rare. He looks so much like a real person that there's no sense of artificiality at all. Could this be the superiority of customized products? I wondered to myself. As soon as I walked into the film and television city with him, a young girl immediately stepped forward and asked, Sir, which brand is your android from? I replied, It's from Kunlun Technology. Does Kunlun Technology have this model? It's so realistic. How handsome it is. The girl stared at Daniel intently, her eyes popping out. I patiently replied, Oh, this is a private, customized one. There really isn't the same model on the market. The young master of Kunlun Technology is my junior in college. I called in a favor to get him to customize this for me. The girl kept asking me how to customize it and how much it cost. At this time, people came over one after another to watch, and they all marveled at Daniel. Someone even wanted to touch him, but I stopped them. I led Daniel away quickly and got rid of him only after entering the screening hall. After sitting down, I joked, "You're really a handsome troublemaker. You have to wear a mask when you go out in the future." The movie I chose is a campus art house film about a love triangle among two men and one woman. The two male leads had feelings for each other but didn't make it clear until the female lead appeared and broke the balance. On the screen, the first male lead helped the drunk second male lead onto the bed, and I unconsciously recalled the past again. One day in my sophomore year, I came back to the dormitory after work and fell asleep as soon as I touched the bed from exhaustion. I was woken up by the heat in the middle of the night and smelled a strong smell of alcohol. As soon as I opened my eyes, I saw Daniel's extremely handsome face. It turned out that he was drunk and dozed off on my bed in a daze. No matter how I shook and shouted at him, he didn't wake up. The other roommates were asleep, and I didn't want to make a loud noise. I was extremely embarrassed and had to shrink against the wall. In the middle of the night, Daniel turned into an octopus and wrapped himself around me with his hands and feet. I was so tense all over, blushing and having a racing heart, and I didn't sleep all night. The next day, when Daniel woke up, he apologized to me guiltily and even bought me breakfast as compensation. From then on, I confirmed my sexual orientation. But I don't have a crush on other men, so I'm not sure if I'm gay. It just so happens that the person I like is of the same sex as me, that's all. The cinema was very dim. I boldly leaned on Daniel's shoulder and snuggled up to him. His lips lightly landed on my forehead. I slightly raised my head and passionately kissed him. I had fantasized countless times before that I could have a date with Daniel to watch a movie alone. Now, I've indirectly fulfilled my wish. It was already 9:30 at night when we came out of the cinema. Daniel and I walked home hand in hand against the night wind. Daniel asked me, "Was the movie good?" My face was red. I was so busy being affectionate during the second half that I didn't pay attention to the movie at all. I said honestly, "I didn't watch it seriously, but as long as I'm with you, I'll be happy watching anything." Daniel hugged me into his arms. Me too. I closed my eyes. Even if his feelings for me were just made up of a bunch of data, I'd still enjoy it. My inseparable cohabitation life with Daniel lasted for a month. Every weekend, I would go shopping, have meals, and watch movies with him, just like all ordinary couples. With the previous experience, Daniel would wear a mask to cover his face when going out now. But his figure and posture were so outstanding that even if only half of his face was exposed, he would still attract the peaks of others. Even a talent scout wanted to buy him at a high price, but I refused without hesitation. One weekend, we went to buy daily necessities. Daniel carried big and small bags and walked out of the supermarket with me. A man with a female android came towards us, and the other person greeted me. "Senior Samuel. It's Henry, the young master of Kunlun technology." I was the one who asked him to customize Daniel back then. I said amiably, "What a coincidence, Junior." Henry glanced at Daniel beside me and smiled meaningfully. "It seems that you two are getting along very well." I blushed for half a second and then regained my composure. "Yes. Are you satisfied with him?" When Henry asked this question, his eyes were actually looking at Daniel. I looked at Daniel in confusion. His eyes remained calm without any change. I replied to Henry, "Thank you, Junior, for your help. I'm very satisfied." Henry walked over and patted Daniel. "Take good care of your master." I seemed to see Daniel's eyebrows twitch, but it disappeared in a flash. Henry said goodbye to us and left first. I looked thoughtfully at the android behind him. Henry's android is also a custom-made exclusive model. It's very realistic, but when placed among ordinary humans, you can still tell the difference. Generally speaking, it lacks the aura of a living person. But my Daniel doesn't seem out of place. If he weren't wearing a collar, probably no one could tell at a glance that he's an android. Well, I really found a treasure. That night, I received a call from Henry. He told me that Daniel's warranty period was up and he had to be sent back for a checkup. I was puzzled. Hasn't it only been a month? Your model is quite special and requires more delicate maintenance. I asked reluctantly, then how many days will it take? About 5 days. Do I have to do this every month? I began to feel separation anxiety. Henry was evasive. It's hard to say. It depends on the situation. I had no choice but to make an appointment with him and let the after-sales customer service come to pick Daniel up. After Daniel left, I was completely out of sorts. I couldn't eat well or sleep well. Intellectually, I knew it wasn't a big deal, but I just couldn't get motivated. I felt as if I had been emptied out. I scolded myself severely in my heart. It was only a 5-day separation. How could I become like a complaining husband? It was really disgraceful. Didn't I live alone for the past 6 years? Even if Daniel were a real person, I shouldn't have relied on him so much, let alone. I felt lost. Daniel is not an object. He is a part of my life. I fantasized that maybe one day I would also summon up the courage to make my relationship with Daniel public and marry him. On the 4th day after Daniel left, I clocked in for work as usual. I felt that the atmosphere in the company was a bit strange today. The male employees looked serious and the female employees' makeup was more delicate than usual. They were all beaming with joy. I returned to the open office area. My colleagues were all tidying up their desks. I couldn't help but ask out of curiosity. What's going on? Colleague Mason told me nervously and expectantly. The CEO of Chin Group is coming for an inspection. I heard they're going to acquire our company. The CEO of Chin Group, isn't that Daniel? I was extremely shocked. A female colleague who had invited me to dinner before chimed in happily. The president of Chin Group is an incredibly handsome man. I heard he's even more handsome than a celebrity. Another female colleague echoed. How lucky. I wonder if I can talk to him. I didn't listen. I was in a complete panic. My college roommate is going to become my boss? Moreover, I secretly customized a bionic partner who looks exactly like him. This feeling is so contradictory and embarrassing. If he finds out that I've been fantasizing about him like this behind his back, will he fire me? Or will he sue me? Will it even affect Henry? Samuel, calm down. I tried my best to stay calm. Daniel may not even come here. Even if he does, he probably won't notice a small employee like me. Even if he recognizes me, as long as I don't spread the word about Daniel, who else would know? I don't need to worry needlessly. Everyone was still chatting away when a colleague with a square face scolded. Stop talking. Whether the boss comes or not, don't we still have to work hard? This colleague is called Leo. Like me, he is a senior engineer, but he has more seniority than me. Mason whispered and complained. I heard that Leo is about to be promoted to technical manager. He's already putting on airs before taking up the position. The female colleague also disdained and said he's just a sycophant. Samuel is much more capable than him. I just laughed it off and didn't really care about these scheming tricks. At 10:30 in the morning, the inspection team arrived. Several high-ranking officials accompanied Daniel and his entourage to the office area. I looked straight ahead and focused on my own work. Daniel and the others stopped from time to take a look. When he passed by me, I still couldn't help but steal a glance. Daniel was wearing a well-tailored business suit and had a neatly combed, slicked-back hairstyle. He was noble, reserved, and had an outstanding temperament. I didn't dare to let my gaze stay for long and quickly shifted it away. I told myself not to look closely. If I confused him with Daniel, I'd go crazy. Daniel and the others made a round of inspection and finally left. After they left, whispers arose around. The new boss is so handsome that my legs are going weak. When he looked at my computer just now, I was so scared. I heard that Mr. Daniel graduated from the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences. He's definitely a student. Mason quietly asked me. Samuel, you seem to be from the University of Chinese Academy of Sciences too, right? Do you know Mr. Daniel? I didn't want to lie but couldn't tell the truth either, so I could only equivocate. Not very familiar. So you know each other? Just not very familiar. Afraid that if I was questioned further, I would let the cat out of the bag, I quickly made an excuse to go to the toilet. I went to the toilet and squatted there for a while. Only after I was sure that my colleague's discussion had come to an end did I leisurely walk out of the toilet cubicle. I was standing in front of the sink washing my hands when the door of the toilet cubicle behind me slowly opened and a handsome and imposing man walked out. I caught his eye through the reflection in the mirror and was so frightened that I almost had a heart attack. Oh my God! Why is he here? Daniel walked over to the sink next to me and started washing his hands. He said amiably, Samuel? I forced myself to face him and squeezed out an unnatural smile. Mr. Daniel, long time no see. Daniel moved a little closer to me and said softly, Long time no see. How have you been recently? This voice, this tone, and his eyes, the aura emanating from his body, it's just as if Daniel was standing in front of me in a different outfit and hairstyle. It's really hell. I almost couldn't resist throwing myself into his arms and taking advantage of him. It must be because I've been separated from Daniel for too long and my heart is empty. I suppressed the flutter in my heart and maintained a polite demeanor on my face. I've been doing quite well recently. I didn't expect to meet Mr. Daniel here. Daniel said with a hint of helplessness and a smile. You'd better just call me Daniel. There's no need to be so formal between us. Right, I've been sleeping with your stand-in every day. We're really not strangers. Moreover, when he says between us, it sounds so ambiguous. The more I thought about it, the more ashamed I felt. I just wanted to end the conversation quickly and slip away. Well, Mr. Daniel, I have to go back to work. Excuse me. Just as I was about to leave, Daniel suddenly grabbed my wrist. I froze. Daniel pointed at my neck. Your tie is crooked. I looked down. I'm really bad at tying ties. Without Daniel's help these days, my tie has been crooked every day. Just as I was about to adjust it myself, Daniel naturally reached out his hand, untied my tie, and then retied it for me. We were very close to each other. Daniel's body heat made me feel dizzy. My heart was beating so fast that it almost burst out of my chest. In a daze, I seemed to see Daniel standing in front of me. After tying my tie, he lowered his head and leaned towards me. Daniel's voice pulled me back to reality. All done. I was suddenly enlightened and woke up from my reverie. I actually reflexively lifted my chin and opened my mouth waiting for him to kiss me just now. Ah, how embarrassing. I just want to bury myself. I stammered. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Daniel wanted to say something else, but I rushed out of the restroom as if fleeing. Fortunately, it was already lunch break. Otherwise, I would definitely make a lot of mistakes in my work in this state. I silently recited in my heart. I hope Daniel won't come to the company again in the future. My little heart really can't take such stimulation. In the afternoon, I returned home exhausted. As soon as I entered the door, I saw the large-sized sports shoes placed on the shoe rack. They were Daniel's. Did he come back? I was overjoyed. There came the sound of water from the kitchen. I tiptoed to the outside of the kitchen. Daniel was standing in front of the sink with an apron on, picking vegetables with his back to me. Looking at his broad back and slender waist, I suddenly felt a flutter in my heart. I rushed over and hugged him. Daniel was startled and turned his head to give me a gentle smile. You're back. His hair was softly scattered on his forehead and he was wearing the sweatshirt and casual pants I bought for him. He still looked more amiable in this docile young student look. I unexpectedly recalled the domineering CEO version of Daniel I saw at the company during the day. I wonder what the real Daniel is like in private. Is he the same as the Daniel now? No, I can't think about him anymore. I immediately stop myself. It feels like I'm betraying Daniel. I rub against him in his arms. Why did you come back one day earlier? How was the maintenance? Daniel rubs his chin against the top of my head. Everything is fine. I missed you, so I came back early. Does he miss me too? Just like I miss him? I put my arms around Daniel's neck and pull his head down while I stand on tiptoe. Daniel cooperatively kisses me. After a passionate kiss, I lick my lips and murmur. I'm hungry. I'll cook right away. Daniel is about to let go of me, but I hug him tightly again. I want to have you. Daniel's voice also becomes hoarse. Don't you want to eat first? I say bluntly, you can't do strenuous exercise after a meal. Daniel's response is to pick me up vertically. I hang on him like a koala. He carries me into the room while kissing me. After being hungry for 4 days, I'm finally full. The next day at work, I hum a song while turning on the computer and logging into the system. Mason asks me curiously, Samuel, have you made up with your girlfriend? I was stunned. Girlfriend? Mason teased. You've been beaming lately and always grinning foolishly. The other day you suddenly looked so dejected. We all guessed that you might have broken up with your girlfriend. Now it seems that you've made up, right? I blushed guiltily. Oh my God, I really can't hide my feelings. Has everything been seen through? Although his guess wasn't entirely accurate, it still made me feel extremely embarrassed. I muddled through ambiguously. Really, haha? Mason kept pressing. What kind of girl could make our Samuel fall for her? She must be a great beauty, right? Just as I was struggling to change the topic, the department head called me into his office. I was relieved and quickly got up from my seat. The department head asked me to sit down and said with a beaming smile, Samuel, congratulations. I still didn't understand what the department head was congratulating me on. Then he revealed the answer. Samuel, you're extremely capable. The company has decided to promote you to the position of technical manager. The personnel department will issue an announcement today. I thought I had misheard. Technical manager? Me? Yes, Samuel. The project you led last time brought a 3% profit to the company. The higher-ups are very satisfied with you and hope that you can continue to perform well in your new position. I'm quite confident in my professional abilities. However, I never engage in office politics or flattery. I thought I'd just muddle through until retirement, but unexpectedly, I got promoted one day. I felt that my years of hard work had finally been recognized. I thanked the minister and returned to my workstation with an almost surreal sense of joy. At noon, the company officially issued the promotion notice. The office was filled with excitement and many people congratulated me. According to the custom, I ordered a batch of snacks and milk teas for my colleagues to enjoy. Everyone, including the minister, took some food except Leo. It was Mason who told me this. While sipping his milk tea, he said disdainfully, "Someone thought they had it in the bag, but fortunately, the real capable person got the position." I noticed Leo sitting alone at his desk, surrounded by a gloomy atmosphere. Mason warned me. That guy is as despicable as his name suggests. Many colleagues have been schemed against by him before. You have to be on guard against him. I nodded and said, "Thanks for the reminder. I'll be careful." I thought I was upright and didn't need to worry about false accusations, but what happened later proved that I was still too naive. After the promotion, I was in a great mood. On the weekend, I took Daniel shopping to buy him a new set of clothes. Daniel has an excellent figure and great charisma. He looks good in anything. He kept persuading me to save money, saying that buying too much would be a waste. I know he doesn't really need these material things, but I really wanted to share my success with him. "Don't you have anything you want?" I asked a really stupid question. He gave the standard answer. "All I want is for you to be happy." After hearing this, I felt a bit desolate. I would rather Daniel had some self-awareness, although I knew it was impossible. As we passed by a Kunlun technology store, the latest product advertisement was playing on the large screen outside the door. Jade Chelan bracelet, the latest terminal. I spotted this line at a glance. I pulled Daniel over to take a closer look. It turned out that Kunlun Technology had newly launched a bracelet-type terminal called Jade Chelan. It was small, lightweight, and powerful in function and could replace the collars on the necks of current androids. I had long been annoyed by Daniel's collar. Every time we were intimate, it would dig into me. I decisively walked into the store with Daniel. The clerk took out a sample bracelet and introduced a bunch of functions to me. This bracelet could be bought in pairs to be worn on the hands of the owner and the android respectively. After asking about the price, I immediately said that I wanted to buy a pair. The clerk beamed with joy. She brought a pair of couple-style bracelets and informed me. Click on the Bluetooth resource sharing in the collar and you can transfer the data over. I removed Daniel's collar and followed the instructions, but it always showed that the matching was unsuccessful. The clerk took it over to help me import the data, but it was still unsuccessful. She comforted me. "Maybe the server is too busy. How about you give me the setting code of the collar, and I'll log in to the background directly to download the data." I found Daniel's factory code on my phone. The clerk worked on it for a long time, but it was still unsuccessful. The store manager noticed the situation and came over to help. Later, they changed the bracelet and tried for a long time but still couldn't match it. Both of them were a bit panicked. The store manager took Daniel's collar and examined it carefully. I asked, "Is there something broken?" The store manager was also very confused. "There's nothing wrong with the bracelet and the collar. We've sold over 100 of them. And this is the first time we've encountered such a situation." I asked. "He went for maintenance a few days ago. Could it be related to this?" The store manager said uncertainly, "Normally it shouldn't be. No matter how it's maintained, the setting code is fixed. Yours is a custom-made model, right? Is it the latest configuration?" I said truthfully, "I'm not quite sure. Mine has only been used for less than 2 months. The store manager was puzzled. It went for maintenance in less than 2 months? Usually, maintenance is done once a year. I stared blankly at Daniel. His expression was calm, and I couldn't read his emotions. The store manager said he would call the head office to inquire. I could take the bracelet back first. If it really didn't work, I could get a refund within 7 days. I left with Daniel uneasily. I didn't care about the bracelet at all. I was only worried that something might be wrong with Daniel himself. I unconsciously hugged his arm tightly, and Daniel pulled me into his arms. "It's okay. Don't be afraid." I felt that I was too vulnerable. I was in a mess because of such a small thing, and I still needed him to comfort me. I cheered up. "Yes, I know. Data can always make mistakes." After getting home, I originally wanted to call Henry, but I thought he was a busy man and it would be inappropriate to disturb him. So I sent him a text message, explaining what had happened today to him and hoping that he could offer me some guidance. As a result, he didn't reply to me until night. Could he have missed it? The uneasiness that had been lingering in my mind was spreading. That night, I was especially clingy to Daniel. He seemed to sense something and indulgently satisfied me again and again. The next day, as soon as I started work, I received a call from the customer service of the store I visited yesterday. The other party told me a shocking piece of news. "Hello, Mr. Samuel. We've checked, and the sales department has never received your order." I was completely stunned. "What do you mean?" The other party said, "There is no purchase record of yours in the company's system. When purchasing through formal channels, customers are all registered under their real names, and there won't be any omissions." I understood what they meant. "Are you saying that my purchase channel is not formal?" The customer service asked tactfully. "Which store or platform did you purchase from? Could you please disclose it?" I was at a loss for words. I couldn't very well tell her that I bought it directly from your boss's son and that he gave me special treatment. Could I? I hung up the phone. After much thought, I decided that I still had to ask Henry in person. I endured the time, thinking that I would call Henry during the lunch break. At 10 o'clock in the morning, the director informed me to go to his office to see him. When I arrived, my immediate supervisor, Michael, was also there. They looked solemn. The director turned the laptop on the table towards me and asked coldly, "Mr. Samuel, is the person in here you?" On the screen, there were clearly photos of me and Daniel while we were shopping. There was a loud noise in my head. I stared blankly at the screen, and the director clicked the mouse to turn the page. There were many more photos behind. There were photos of me and Daniel walking arm in arm intimately, of him affectionately stroking my head, of me smiling sweetly at him, and of the two of us walking into Kunlun Technology. This shooting angle was obviously a candid shot. Daniel was wearing a mask and his face couldn't be seen clearly, but I was photographed clearly. The director's stern voice sounded, "Mr. Samuel, are you gay? And your partner is a bionic person." I clenched my fists and didn't say a word. Michael said in disappointment, "Mr. Samuel, you've just been promoted. Why are you so careless? All these photos were sent to the company's senior management's email last night. We can't even find a reason to explain for you." The director chimed in, "This is your personal matter. We shouldn't have interfered, but your influence is too bad. It's okay if it's a man, but it's a bionic person." The rebellious gene in my heart was awakened. I'm just an ordinary worker. Why should I be secretly photographed and have to accept others gossiping? So what if it's a man? So what if it's a bionic person? No one is qualified to point fingers at me and Daniel. I took a deep breath and retorted defiantly, "I'm just an ordinary employee. Does my private life also need to be monitored? Will who I'm with affect my work efficiency?" The director and Michael exchanged a look. Michael spoke first. "Mr. Samuel, your words are a bit off. The company intends to cultivate you, so you should pay attention to your personal image. If this matter gets out, it will definitely damage the company's reputation." I wasn't offended. I was followed and secretly photographed, and the photos were maliciously spread. Instead of finding out the mastermind behind this, you're accusing me, the victim. Is this how the company cultivates me? I'm usually easy-going and used to taking things lying down. The leaders still thought I was a spineless person and assumed that I'd given after a little scaring. They didn't expect me to fight back so fiercely. Michael was stunned and speechless. The director asked angrily, "Mr. Samuel, do you mean that you don't think your behavior is inappropriate?" I retorted, "I was out shopping with my boyfriend during my rest time. I didn't break the law or violate any rules. Where's the inappropriateness?" The director got even more annoyed. "But your boyfriend is an android. He's not human. You can do whatever you want at home in private, but in public, aren't you afraid of being gossiped about?" I straightened my back. People with dirty minds see everything as dirty. I'm in a legitimate relationship with my boyfriend and don't need to be judged by others. The director was furious. You're just ungrateful." Michael quickly tried to mediate. "Mr. Samuel, you were really careless this time and let others find your weak point. We called you here to find a way to solve the problem together. The director means well. Don't go against us." I wasn't fooled by him. What they meant by solving the problem was just that they were afraid I'd drag them down. One labor contract is not enough to make me abandon my self-esteem and sell my soul, I affirmed firmly. I guess the one who sent emails to you all is Leo from my department. Because I snatched the position of technical manager that originally belonged to him, he bore a grudge and took revenge in this way. The surprised expressions of the director and Michael gave me the answer. I said coldly, "You don't deal with this kind of employee who stabs in the back, but instead look for problems in me. Isn't this putting the cart before the horse?" Michael tried to smooth things over and said, "He did do something wrong, but you shouldn't have." I interrupted. "I didn't do anything wrong. If you're afraid that I'll affect the company, you can just fire me. I'll take the responsibility for my own actions." After I finished speaking, I left the office without looking back. Originally, the matter of the purchase records was already annoying enough for me, and now this happens. My emotions completely exploded. Great. Today, I'm not going to be a pushover anymore. I walked menacingly towards Leo's workstation and punched on his desk. Leo was startled. He shrugged his shoulders and said bravely on the surface but actually in a weak way, "Samuel, what do you want to do?" Everyone in the entire office area was looking at us. I asked in a deep voice, "Did you get my consent when you secretly took pictures of me?" Leo pretended to be stupid. "What secret photo? I don't know what you're talking about." I grabbed his collar and pulled him up. Leo let out a startled cry. I sneered. "What? Are you afraid to admit what you've done? If you have a problem with me, why don't you come at me directly instead of playing these petty tricks? Don't you think you're like a rat in the gutter?" Leo pushed me away forcefully. "What are you going crazy about?" I grabbed his collar again and pushed and shoved with Leo. Several colleagues quickly came over to dissuade us and separated the two of us. Mason was on my side. "Samuel, what did he do?" Seeing that things were getting out of hand, Leo struck first and shouted loudly, "Samuel, you've done something shameful and still dare to bite me back? Everyone come and take a look. This Samuel looks decent on the outside, but in fact, he's a pervert. He's gay. And he even bought an android as his boyfriend. It's simply despicable." As he spoke, he showed the photos on his phone and everyone was so shocked that their jaws dropped. An android? Samuel likes men? No wonder he's always been single. There were whispers everywhere. I gritted my teeth and endured everyone's strange looks. Leo straightened his collar and said triumphantly, "Normally, if you kept this kind of thing low-key, everyone could understand. But you even flaunted him around. You have no shame at all." I interrupted him. "You've been stalking me, taking secret photos of me, and spreading those pictures. So, who's the real pervert here? Who's the one with no shame?" Leo has always been a snob, and his popularity in the company is abysmal. After many people realized what was going on, they chose to side with me. Mason bravely spoke up for me. "So what if he has an android boyfriend? He hasn't stolen or robbed. Leo, what right do you have to insult him?" There were sounds of agreement all around. Exactly. What kind of society are we living in now? Loving someone of the same gender isn't a crime. There are android partners everywhere on the streets. Why is it okay for heterosexuals but a sin for homosexuals? This turn of events caught Leo off guard. In a fit of rage, he started attacking everyone indiscriminately. "All of you who are speaking up for him are just like him. You might as well go live with androids from now on. Homosexuals are disgusting. They should just get out of this planet." Just as everyone was about to retort, "Are you crazy? You're the one who should get out." Suddenly, a deep and authoritative male voice came from outside the door. "Who are you calling disgusting?" This voice. I was suddenly startled. A handsome man in a hoodie and jeans walked in slowly, accompanied by several company executives. I was so stunned that I couldn't react at first. Was this Daniel or Daniel? His hairstyle and clothes clearly resembled Daniel's, but he wasn't wearing a collar. His cold eyes and imposing manner made him seem like Daniel. I was completely confused. Everyone present was stunned like statues. Daniel came to my side, put his arm around my shoulder, and pulled me into his embrace. He looked down at Leo haughtily. "You took secret photos of me and my boyfriend without my permission. What on earth is your intention?" My mind went blank and I lost the ability to think. Leo was so frightened that he stammered, Mr. Daniel. You and Samuel." Daniel hugged me even tighter. "I'm gay. Samuel is my man. So what? Do you have any objections?" Leo couldn't accept it. He looked down at his phone and then at Daniel. He was broken. "This is impossible. That was clearly an android." Daniel calmly took out a collar from his pocket. You mean this? I wear it for fun. It's just a little quirk between me and my boyfriend. But it has become your reason to slander him. Leo looked as if he had been struck by lightning. The general manager behind Daniel scolded. Leo, what on earth are you doing? Apologize to Mr. Daniel and Mr. Samuel right now. Without waiting for Leo to speak, Daniel said on his own. No need. Engineer, he is very good at his tricks. He has racked his brains to trip up his colleagues. Our company can't accommodate you. You'd better find another job. This was equivalent to directly firing him. Leo immediately pleaded with a mournful face. Mr. Daniel, I know I was wrong. Mr. Samuel, it was my fault. Please forgive me this time. Daniel didn't bother to play along with him. He put his arm around the dizzy me and left gracefully. I was taken by him to an empty small meeting room. Finally, I came to my senses from a series of changes. I took a few steps back and lowered my head in silence. Daniel quickly supported my waist and pulled me into his arms. Samuel, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lied to you. I felt a mix of emotions and couldn't tell what I was feeling. Daniel is just Daniel. All the mysteries have been solved. No wonder he was so real. No wonder I had no purchase record. It turns out that Kunlun Technology never took my order at all. Right, Henry must be his accomplice. They've been leading me around by the nose from the very beginning. How stupid I am. I just realized it now. But at the same time, I felt overjoyed. My dream came true. Turns out that the love I gave was reciprocated. Daniel isn't an android. He's always been a real person with feelings for me. Anger, shame, joy, all kinds of emotions made me so confused that I didn't know how to react. Daniel whispered in my ear, Baby, don't be angry, okay? I've always loved you too. I planned to officially pursue you when I got back to China. But Henry suddenly told me that you wanted to customize an android just like me. I was so happy and knew that you had feelings for me too. I said humiliatingly, You two liars. Daniel hugged me and swayed, acting coquettishly. How could I let an android date you? So I discussed with him and came up with this idea. The money you paid is still in my hands. I'll transfer it back to you. I said aggrievedly, Do you always make fun of me? How could I? I love you so much. Everything I said and did to you came from the bottom of my heart. Daniel didn't mince words when it came to sweet talk. I was so ashamed and angry that I pinched his cheek out of frustration. If it weren't for this today, when were you going to tell me the truth? Daniel grimaced in pain. I wanted to tell you several times, but I couldn't find the right opportunity. Baby, don't be angry. I let go of my hand and decided not to be so coy. The person I love deeply actually loves me too and is willing to put so much thought into me. He stood up for me in front of so many people just now. What else can I blame him for? I stood on tiptoe and gently bit his lips. You've deceived me so badly. You have to make it up to me. Daniel rubbed his nose against mine. How does Master want me to make it up? Just tell me. I said seriously. Then, punish you to try out all the positions you can tonight. Daniel asked with a lecherous look. Master, are you sure? Is this a punishment or a reward for me? Damn it. Enough of the idle talk. It's still time for in-depth communication next. Finished.